goodbye walls and goodbye floors. Adam's headed for the good outdoors. Have fun, Adam.
Okay. Can you clap for me? Aaron, good? Rolling.
That's such a weak clap. Where'd you learn to clap?
Tick populations are on the rise, and so is the panic around them. Are they an eight-legged menace or simply misunderstood? Here to understand the purpose of ticks and how to stay safe from them is my friend, comedian, and radio personality, Mary Santora. How are you, Mary?
I'm good. It's early, but I'm good.
I'm glad you're here. You got up bright and early to join me for a tick survey.
Yes.
Out of all of the people I texted, and I texted a lot of my friends, you were the only one that said yes.
Oh, good. Yes, that's perfect. I'm not surprised by that.
You're not?
Disappointed in myself,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
not surprised.
Sure,
No.
sure.
Now, had I said no, would you still be out here?
Probably not.
No, see?
No.
So this is my fault.
No,
We're all
yeah.
doing this today. Okay.
But this is
good.
going to be a lot of fun, and I see you came dressed prepared. I
Yes.
appreciate that. Tell me a little bit about your outfit.
I wore the only light color clothing I own.
Yes.
So I'm much more of a black on black person, but I got my my socks, my leggings. I'm dressed like I'm going to an 80s sleepover. I felt that was the vibe of ticks.
That's a
you know?
great, yes. And that's
Okay.
exactly what you need to do. Lighter colored clothings are good because ticks are dark, tiny little insects, and the lighter your colored clothes, the better you're going to be able to see them. I see you've done the sock tuck in.
I
Looking
did.
very fashionable. A lot of ticks will get on your legs or feet, so if we can seal up the pants, that'll help protect us more. And the long sleeve shirt, Go Browns, looks great.
Thank you.
But I want to make sure we're extra safe today, so I did bring some extra layers that we could put on. What do you say?
Okay.
All right, let's
Man.
do it.
Oh, you do that close up. Oh my God, and a lot. Have I been doing bug spray wrong this whole time? Should I be close like
That's
this?
fine.
Oh, sorry.
You feel protected?
I feel something, man.
We're
I
kind of
feel
like a
protected.
walking condom, I feel like.
We are. I hope it doesn't break.
Safe. Well,
Is there plan B for this?
come on, Mary. Okay, so we're starting to get into the tick hotspot area.
Okay, and we're like looking for them. We're here looking for ticks.
Yes.
The opposite of what you would normally do.
Correct. Normally, I would say avoid ticks in general, and really the area that we're going to go into is where ticks are, which is tick safety tip number 2. Stay on the trail. Ticks tend to be in tall grasses, shrubby areas, bushes, and that's where we are right now. This is some sort of utility road that's kind of gotten overgrown with grass, and I have a feeling we're gonna find some ticks in there. And the way we're gonna do that is by flagging.
So we just drag it,
Just drag
Just
it
like
along the
this?
top of the grass and bushy stuff.
okay? But why are they in the tall grass to begin with?
So some people think ticks can fly or they jump, but they're actually really lazy, opportunistic parasite.
Opportunistic
Yeah,
tick, get it?
basically what I see what you did. Basically what ticks do is called questing.
Questing. Okay.
And what they'll do is they'll crawl up on top of a piece of grass or a bush or branch, and they stick their arms out. And they basically do this little dance. And they just wait for like a deer or a human to walk by, and then they latch on, and that's what they do. So
You look like one of those things outside of a car dealership,
yeah.
don't you?
Yeah, exactly. I really just kind of let it flow, and that's what the ticks do too. So it's kind of the hottest craze, I think. It could maybe pop off on TikTok.
A TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok, get it? There, see, I got the fun in there too.
I think it's just you. Oh! Ew! Ew!
So Mary, good find.
Is it?
Well, it's not on us, it's on our
Okay.
trap, so that's pretty good. But there are 3 stages of a tick's life: the larva, the nymph, and the adult full form. I know that the larva is about the size of a poppy seed. That's what this is. So I think this is like a brand new, fresh little baby.
Ugh.
You can see how tiny it is.
I like that your point of reference is a poppy seed.
Yeah.
Something everyone can recognize.
Exactly.
immediately.
And an adult is about the size of a sesame seed.
Oh,
As fun
even
as that.
better.
Isn't that great? Are you hungry yet? So the thing about larvae and the nymphs, the real young ones, is that when they first hatch, they're looking for a blood host right away.
Oh, then this is the most dangerous one.
This is the most dangerous one, and the reason why is because they're looking for rodents.
Oh,
Mice, chipmunks, squirrels. And the mice, chipmunks, squirrels, all these little rodents, that's where they actually contract Lyme disease. It's from the rodents.
Oh,
So then these little ones will contract the Lyme disease, and when they find their next host, hopefully not a human, that's how they pass it on. It's usually not the big ticks that do it, though they still can. So, as always, it's the youth that are causing all of the problems.
oh my God, no tick left behind.
No tick left behind. We're gonna leave this one behind.
I
though.
think we should. Incinerate it.
It's like a gusher, a little sugar boost.
Oh my goodness. Is this how you replenish after a long day of hiking?
I thought it was appropriate for today.
Those look
somewhere.
good.
I haven't had them in a while.
They're good, man. Gushers are like a go-to for me.
Hey,
Oh,
cheers. There we
Cheers.
go. Now, have you ever seen? Have you ever seen a tick attach?
I'm so sweaty. To a person?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
So here's what you need to know, and this is something that I think gives some reassurance to people. When a tick bites you, they say they need at least 24 hours, sometimes maybe even 36 hours, before there's a chance of Lyme disease actually contracting. That's why it's important that we're constantly checking ourselves.
Right.
And if you find one in you, you take tweezers out and you pull it straight out. And the sooner you get it out, the better. And if you're concerned, it's always a good idea to maybe to go to an urgent care or check with your physician to make sure there's not any necessary steps you should take. But what's kind of fun about an adult tick when it latches on,
Can't wait for this.
it'll get really, really small. And then as it's sucking its blood, it just gets bigger and bigger.
Like that?
Yeah, it almost looks like a little gusher.
Ew.
And if you were to pop it off wrong, it really
do
could
it.
just,
Ah! I'm so glad I finished mine before you said that.
But
You're ruining candy for me now. Adam, how old are you?
I will be 35 in September.
Okay, I'm gonna be 34, and I feel like we're the perfect age for someone to think that we're shooting our engagement photos right now. Like, isn't this exact two nature millennials
Yeah.
trying to take their engagement photos in tall grass?
It seems like such a beautiful scenic spot. Very well done on finding the tick.
You're welcome.
That was our goal. Let's practice tick safety and get the heck out of here.
Please, my
All right,
God.
let's go. Come on.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Oh no.
Mary, no!
I will.
We gotta go.
I'm sorry.
Leave it! Leave it, Mary!
When we found the tick, you didn't have that big of a reaction. Like, do you have experience with ticks?
Oh my God. So my brother lives in Kentucky, and he buys properties, and he had one property that was like totally uncleared, but he didn't tell us anything about safety or anything like that. So we go out to his one property, there's a lake, and we're just kind of hiking around. We get back to his actual house, and he goes, by the way, you guys might want to check for ticks. There's a ton of ticks in that area. When I tell you, I had on shorts, by the way. So I had on like shorts and a tank top, not light colored. And I had to throw my shoes away.
Oh no.
There were so many ticks on my shoes that I was like, I'm not even gonna mess with this.
Whoa.
It freaked me out so much. So seeing that one little baby one,
Yeah.
Not even a big deal.
Understandably, I
Yeah.
get it. Well, it's interesting you bring up that there were so many of them because the truth is tick populations are on the rise and there's a lot of reasons for that. Have you heard any of them? Let me tell you.
can't wait.
So first up, winters in general have just been warmer in the Northeast and the Midwest. And winters do have an effect on whether or not ticks will survive. And the warmer the winter are, better chance they have of surviving. That's
Perfect.
number one.
Thanks, Al Gore.
I know, right? And then number two is there's been a lot of invasive plant species that have been populating in areas that they shouldn't. Now, a lot of people think invasive plants, what's the big deal? But the thing is, these plants can grow so thick that they'll have extra protection for the rodents, mice, chipmunks, squirrels.
Rodents are what spread it.
That's what the Lyme disease, exactly. So they do the questing dance.
Yeah.
The thing is the invasive plants are protecting the rodents, so owls, hawks, birds of prey can't get at them. So the rodent population rises up. As the rodent population gets higher, that means there's more ticks with the possibility of them contracting Lyme disease and other types of bacteria and infection. But then it gets worse. Those infected ticks are looking for deer. Now, I don't know about where you live, but in my hometown of Medina, there have just been massive amounts of development, and the deer populations are going sky high because you can't hunt for them. And so all of these deer are bringing in all of these ticks into neighborhoods. So it doesn't matter if you're out hiking, you can find ticks in your backyard now, and that's why it's becoming a pretty serious problem. So,
Am I supposed to feel good right now?
you know, I think when people get really upset about ticks, I think they should be getting upset at ourselves, right?
Oh, this is our fault.
This is our fault.
Humans did it again.
It's not like ticks are part of the deep state, and they're like, we're gonna get those people,
I think
finally.
they might be, honestly. This sounds planned.
Yeah.
There's too many people involved for this not to be a conspiracy theory.
So Mary, to recap, the 3 tick tips. 1, wear the right clothing and always have bug spray on.
Right.
2, stay on the beaten path. Don't go in the grassy, bushy areas.
Got it.
And 3, remember to always check yourself frequently. The flaps, the folds, and the holes.
Okay.
Do you feel better about ticks?
No, I'm
Well-
so sweaty.
Do you at least understand that they're not like inherently evil?
Yes.
Hey, that's a win. All right. Flaps, fold, and holes.
Folds, flaps, faking.
As we walked back, I could tell Mary was glad she answered my text about going on a tick survey. And I was glad too. So I wanted to show my appreciation with a couple gifts, courtesy of my mom's new black and white printer. An awesome bookmark with tips on how to protect yourself from ticks. And a body diagram on where to look for them when you get home. I'm sure she'll hang that up right away. We did one last tick check and went on our separate ways. Thanks to Mary, this day in the good outdoors was truly fantastic. I love puns.
Give me another clip. That was bad. Not bad.